Have you ever wanted to stay in the present moment, but didn't know how? First and foremost, my apologies for not getting a video out this last Sunday. Crazy time. Crazy, great time, but crazy time. Now, moving on. For me personally, there have been many trials and tribulations and tribbles within these last 3 years. But there have been as many, if not more so, rewards and beautiful moments that I would never want to let go of or change. And because I realized that, I was able to realize how important it is to just let those things happen. Every dark cloud has a silver lining, and every silver cloud has a dark lining. Yes. The important thing is what you do with those clouds. So, I want you to take out a piece of paper, and I want you to write down a few things. I want you to look at everything that's happened within the last year, and then I want you to look at everything that's happened within the last 3 years. And what I would like you to do, just writing out whatever comes to mind, doesn't have to be chronological order. You don't have to have it be, this is my 1-year category, this is my 3-year category. Just write. Whatever comes to mind, event-wise, just write it out. And then go through and mark up everything that you didn't plan. The things you remember and the things you hold on to for better or worse that you hadn't anticipated. The point of this exercise is to acknowledge what'll happen when you just let life exist. So, write it down, mark up the things you weren't anticipating, and think, whatever happened in your life, were you forcing it? Were you letting it exist? Were you taking your time? Were you running through things and trying to push stuff? Because what I have found personally is that when I have pushed for things, it doesn't really work. And when I force things to exist because I think that's how they should exist, there's just more pain than anything else. But when I allowed things to be, when I accepted that I didn't have a control over the things themselves, but I had a control over how I took those things, life got easier. So, if the future isn't a guarantee, because it's not, and if the past has already happened, logically, the only thing we have guaranteed is this moment, right here, right now. And now we can say, but I have my memories that I can be guaranteed of, or I have my clothes are a guarantee, my house is a guarantee. But clothes can rip, houses can no longer exist. The only real thing that we have is what we are experiencing in this moment. And that may be a very scary concept to understand, but when you acknowledge that, and you see it for what it is, and you allow it to be what it is, and you just exist, it becomes so much easier. Think of the Devil's Snare from Harry Potter. In either the book or the movie, one of those, the trick to the Devil's Snare was not about fighting it. It was about understanding the situation you're in, acknowledging that it's not the most ideal situation to be in, and then allowing it to just ease off. Not to give up and surrender and just capitulate to life, but to understand and conserve energy and hold to yourself and let the Devil's Snare drop you after it realized it couldn't continue to constrict you. That concept. When people say giving up or surrendering to life and whatnot, that doesn't mean being gone. That means acknowledging that life is not necessarily what you imagined and choosing to face it. And facing it does not mean you have to be brave, you have to stand up to things, you have to always acknowledge your feelings. It merely means that at the very least, you are aware of what's going on. And you don't have to be caught up in whatever it is that's going on. Because when you have that awareness, you allow yourself to move past the instinctual reactions or the fears and angers that come out of living in a devil snare situation. Finally, so we had this cutesy exercise, and we have this philosophical question. But for the people who need to do something, practice a breathing technique. This doesn't have to be meditation. This doesn't have to be a chant, a mantra. It does not have to be anything other than just breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. Now, of course, if you are experiencing incredible amounts of distress and overwhelm and things like that, and your brain is just in a loop of negativity and darkness, whatever, you can seek help. There are people online that can and want to help and talk to you. There are people that you can call up. You can always hit up 911 or 999 or whatever your equivalent is. And if you can afford it, therapy is great. And if you're a student, you usually have the chance for a counseling opportunity if you need it. There are ways of getting help if you need help. And it is okay to ask for help. You are okay. If you like this video, feel free to hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. In any case, I hope you have a lovely day and that you stay awesome.